What if you could act on customer behavior before they even knew what they're going to do? So I've actually already built this predictive model with Pecan that forecasts customer lifetime value 30 days after their first purchase. So it's helped me gone from this, very simple business problem to an actual predictive model here that is super accurate, right? There's only an 11% bias from the actual values. Most AI tools would stop here and go, good luck with these predictions, but here's where Pecan actually gets interesting under the Act tab here. Okay, so my first query, I want to see which customer segments have the highest predicted lifetime value. So I'm asking Pecan this in plain English, natural language, no coding required. And what Pecan does is it generates the SQL code for me without any technical experience required. Even so, I can add this widget to my Act dashboard. And what I have is this really nice visualization to see which segments are the highest performing. Okay, so this is really, really nice. What we can see, even for the sports nutrition plan here, that the affiliate acquisition channel is overwhelmingly the highest predictor for lifetime value. And we can see that that's pretty consistent throughout other different product types. We've got other things such as referrals coming in as a close second. These are all pretty standard. Maybe a follow-on question that I can ask if I want to drill down even more is, how does the product type of the first purchase influence lifetime value? Okay, so similarly, we can click on Add Widget and Pecan will go ahead and generate this for us. What we can see is that if you purchase a healthy snack box first, that is the greatest predictor of the highest lifetime value. But then if it's something like a pre-workout supplement, the lifetime value is looking a little bit lower there. And this is really interesting because that just completely changes your product promotion strategy in the future. But look, here's where things get really interesting. So now let's actually identify customers who won't hit my $100 break-even threshold. So I'm going to ask the next question, which is to show me customers with expected revenue under $100, but no less than $50. So we want to sort this from highest to lowest. This is really customers that don't quite meet that threshold yet, but maybe ones that I want to activate and focus on in the future. Similarly, we're going to click on Add Widget and Pecan will generate this table for us. Right, so as we can see here, 1,400 customers are predicted to generate between $50 to $99. They're just missing my break-even point. So instead of waiting for them to underperform, I can actually act now with a targeted re-engagement campaign. Let's go one step further. I'm going to ask the following question. What's the acquisition channel distribution for these low LTV customers? Because I ultimately want to understand where these guys are coming from so that I can really focus on these channels. Once more, super simple. Let's add this widget in. Okay, so I've added this table in. What I can do now is actually go into the settings of this table and actually change the visualization. So instead of just a tabular result here, I want to actually display this as a bar chart. And Pecan just has total flexibility here because I can click on this visualization tab, change this to perhaps a bar chart, have the X column as the attribution, the Y column as the count, actually now calculate the chart. And as we can see, when we save this, organic is overwhelmingly the key source of traffic here. But look, here's the key insight. Let me actually compare this now to my high value customers. So when I ask now, which acquisition channels produce customers with LTVs above 100, let's see what Pecan produces. As we can see here, even for these high performers, organic is also the primary acquisition channel. So what we can understand is that, look, organic isn't the problem here. It's because it's my biggest channel. The real insight is that organic has a mix of high and low value customers. This tells me that, look, I ultimately need to segment my organic traffic better, maybe by source page or search terms, rather than actually cutting organic entirely. Now, the beauty about gathering all of these insights is that, look, for customers that are generating between $50 to $100, what I can do is I can actually now set up these automated re-engagement campaigns. And the beauty about Pecan is that these automations can connect directly to the likes of HubSpot, to the likes of Salesforce directly using a very simple right connector, whatever tools your team already uses. What I love about this shift is that, instead of being reactive and fixing problems after they happen, you can now actually be prescriptive. You know what will happen and exactly what to do about it, given that you've trained this model, you've connected your data, and you're now conducting business intelligence using artificial intelligence. And I'm a firm believer that, look, the companies that win aren't just the ones that predict the future. They're actually the ones that can ultimately act on it before the customer even knows what they're going to do. So if you want to start turning your data into automated business actions, I've put the link in the description to try out Pecan. So let me know how you get on.